Bonjour, aujourd'hui nous parlons des verbes en RE. Today we're going to be talking about verbs that end in RE. So if you were with me last semester in French 1, we learned regular ER verbs and regular IR verbs. There are actually three categories of regular verbs in French, ones that end in ER, IR, and RE. So after you finish this lesson, you'll know all of the three major categories of regular verbs in French. So here are the conjugations. I'm using the verb vendre here. Vendre means to sell. Think of a vendor or a vending machine sells things. So vendre in French is to sell. You have je vends, tu vends, il, elle, and on vend. Nous vendons, vous vendez, il and elle vendent. So you're quite familiar with the S ending for je and tu. We see that in other verbs. Very familiar with this ONS, EZ, and ENT ending in the plural subjects here. But notice that we don't add anything at all to the il, elle, and on form. So the RE comes off and nothing else is added back on. So we're going to talk through some definitions of some commonly used verbs that fall into this category. We have attendre, attendre, to wait for. Alors, il attend le bus. He's waiting for the bus. Descendre, descendre, which just means to go downstairs. We also use it with transportation to get out of the car, to get off the train, get off the plane, things like that. We use descendre as well. Entendre, entendre is to hear. You may not remember this guy who used to do commercials for Verizon. But entendre is to hear. You know the verb écouter is to listen. Now you know the verb to hear. Perdre, perdre, which just means to lose. Rendre, which means to return. So we often see it, for example, with the library book or anything else that you might borrow. Rendre visite à. We've been talking about vacations and visiting places. If you want to visit a person, you need to use this expression in French, rendre visite à. If you want to talk about visiting a place, you can use this ER verb visiter. Alors ici, ils rendent visite à grand-mère. They're visiting grandma. Répondre à, répondre à. So, répondre à une question, par exemple. To answer a question or respond to a question. We also use it for the telephone, like answering the phone. Répondre au téléphone. And vendre, which again was the verb that we used in the conjugations at the beginning of the video. So vendre, of course, means to sell. All right, so that is a brief introduction to verbs that end in RE. Again, those are regular verbs in French, and you'll have some opportunities to practice those in our module. Have a great day.